Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am Denman. I appreciate you joining me. Tonight we are going to be going over teams in Battle Lab Floor 60. To see how many of these teams we can find that will successfully beat this to gain you guys some extra points. So first team we're going to be starting out with is Full Liberty. Now, keep in mind my Liberty's pretty big. They are all Gear 19, 105. All of them pretty much maxed out on diamonds with the exception of Joaquin. So let's jump in here and see how it goes. I'm hoping to be able to find at least 5 to 6 teams that are going to fairly easily beat this level to grab some extra points daily. And hopefully you guys will find this helpful to grab some extra points yourself to move up on that leaderboard. Now, pretty much in every team that we're going to be using, my strategy is pretty simple. I want to stay as far away from Apocalypse as possible. I don't want to hit him and push him, so we're going to be doing our best to stay clear of him. We are going to try to get the stun over here. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see. Speed bar, or do we want to go with speed stat? Speed up. Let's go ahead and push Apocalypse. Let's get the speed bar going. All right. Let's go over here. Stay away from Apocalypse side. Here he goes. Do not hit Peggy. Oh, thank the Lord. Okay, that could not have worked out any better. Okay, let's go after Mephisto. Very good. Let's see. Clear, apply offense up. Clear death proof. Very good. Let's get rid of his death proof. There we go. Perfect. Let's get some speed up. Nice. Yeah, I think this is pretty much a wrap. Liberty, now again, my Liberty is pretty big, but I honestly don't think that you need this big of a Liberty. I would say if you've got the 3 new characters at 5 or 6 red and 105, I'd say you'd probably be okay there. All right, so that team worked perfectly. Next team we're going to try is Astral. I'm going to do a full Astral. I know during the last tower, they did not work. However, my Shadow King is now a 3 diamond. And I really think that with him being a 3 diamond, we've got a pretty good shot. Okay, I want Striker. Perfect. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm going to be very surprised if Astral cannot win this floor. For any of you guys that watch my videos, you know I'm pretty positive for the most part. If there's one thing I could say that I wish Scopely would do is increase their loading speed. If I have any complaints, that's definitely on the top of my list. All right, we're going to go over here at Panda Pool. I want to stay away from Apocalypse as much as possible. We're going to go ahead and use Shadow King's ultimate, which in my opinion is one of the best ultimate graphics in the game. Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and get everything flipped. Okay. Thank Lord. Oh, that's not good. We've got to get him back for sure. All right. We cannot get an ability block on Doctor Strange. Oh my gosh. That is the one thing that we needed to not happen. This is about the worst RNG we could have gotten. Well, that's a wrap. I do feel pretty confident that they can definitely beat this level if you don't get the worst RNG possible, which is Apocalypse punching Shadow King and then the one ability block getting put on Doctor Strange. That's definitely not what you want. All right. Next team that we're going to try here is going to be Spider Society, but we're going to swap out. Let's see. We need Black Knight and Old Man Logan. There we go. Okay, we're going to move him over here. And keep Pav back there. All right, here we go. So far, 1 out of 2. Again, I really don't see any way Shadow King stays alive that they don't win. We're going to try that again tomorrow. I definitely think that Astro can win that. All right. Let's get some slows out there. Okay. Obviously, there's going to be no revives, but let's get him going anyway. Okay. Now we're going to move over here to Panda Pool. We've got to stay away from Apocalypse. Perfect. Get Old Man Logan going. Get a bunch of bleeds out there. Nice. All right. Let's get Pav going. Nice. Okay. Get a stun over here. Nope. All right. This certainly isn't a fast battle, but I definitely, it's looking good. Alright, let's get in here with Black Knight. Okay. Let's go after him with the ultimate from Old Man Logan. There we go. Alright, it's downhill from here. So it looks like right now we're 2 for 3. Okay. All right. Where is that team? There they are. All right. Now, do I think this team's going to win? No, I do not. However, I can't live with myself if we don't try it. So, we're going to try it. I don't think there's a very good chance they're going to win, but I mean, I don't know if I'm even really doing this battle lab if I don't at least try the Star Jammers in here. So, we're about to find out. All right. Let's see how it goes. All right. Let's get in here with Howard. Okay. There goes Juggernaut. Okay. Let's do Lilandra's ultimate. She is an absolute beast. Okay. Dude, Havoc has been stunned for like a week. Well, it didn't work. I don't know. If Havoc wasn't stunned the entire match, it may have went a little different. Probably should have used his special instead of his ultimate, and then he probably wouldn't have been stunned right out of the gate. But at the end of the day, I had to try it. So, there you go. All right. Now we're going to try Night Stalkers. And Mephisto. All right. I think this is probably going to be an auto win, pretty much. But as you've seen, RNG can certainly grab it and take over for sure. I'm still a little bit disappointed in the Astral match. Now, anytime you're using Mephisto and Apocalypse is on the opposing side, you always want to use his special. If you're getting exposed on Apocalypse, he's not going to be able to get the speed up to do his Falcon Punch after he does his ultimate. All right. Let's do Blade's ultimate. beast mode. All right. Oath, Blade and Oath are both gear 20. All right, let's do Agatha's ultimate. Pretty much wipes the board. There we go. And then, of course, he will not do his Falcon Punch because he doesn't gain that speed up because he's exposed. So that's definitely why you want to use Mephisto's special right out of the gate. Now let's get rid of him. Ooh, that was close. There he goes. All right, let's get rid of Mephisto, and then this one's in the books. Okay. There we go. All right, there's the third victory. Now I'm going to try something next. I'm going to use full Orcus. Now I know that Orcus with Odin wins every time. However, I'd really like to use Odin with another team to get an extra win. So on the first day, I'm going to be experimenting a little bit, and I really want to see if Orcus can win on their own. I think it's going to be a toss-up. It could be RNG relative for sure, but if Orcus can beat this level without Odin, that frees him up for another squad. Okay, let's go ahead and use her ultimate. Okay, let's go ahead and use his special. All right. Perfect. All right. Now the question is, who's he going after? Ugh. Oh, that was close. Ugh. I really did not want to lose her. All right. Now we're about to find out where things sit. Nope. They cannot make it without Odin. Yeah, I don't even think that was RNG dependent. I think they're just not able to outlast it. All right. Well, we tried it. It didn't work. So now we can move on. All right. We're going to do... where is Super Scroll? There he is. All right. Let's do Annihilator Super Scroll. I feel like I used this the last time on S.W.O.R.D Satellite, but I didn't save the teams, and I absolutely could be wrong about that, but we're going to figure it out here in a second. Okay. We are going to go after Zombie. All right. Okay. You got ability block there. Nice. Our Thanos is 105 gear 20, so he's going to be fairly helpful when he gets pushed. All right, scroll ultimate. Push him. There we go. Nice. That's what we needed for sure. All right. Let's go after Apocalypse. Get rid of those death proofs. Perfect. Nice. All right. Win number 4, I believe. Yes. Win number 4. All right. Let's see if we can get a couple more. Okay. There they are. All right. Now we're going to go with absolute A-Force. Now, one thing that is very important in this match, I'm going to assume that Kahori and Miss Marvel Classic are going to carry this. However, it is very, very important that you wait until Kahori's ultimate before you do the special. You do not want to do her special before the ultimate so you get the back-to-back. Please don't tell me that we're going to lose 2 days in a row with absolute A-Force because the game locks up. All right. So let's jump back in here. Of course they're on cooldown. That is so frustrating. Okay. Well, I personally think that they would have won, but we'll never know. All right. Now, let's try. Let's grab them over here. I've got another team that I'm wanting to try too. And we're going to see how it works. Okay. We're going to try this squad. All right, let's give it a go. This one will be very interesting. I've been wanting to try this team, and we're going to find out shortly. I hope you guys have enjoyed the tower. Let me know in the comments if you guys made it to floor 60. If you did finish it and get all the milestones. Man, they had a lot of diamond orbs. I was actually kind of surprised to see that much. All right. Let's go ahead and freeze up old Panda Pool. Okay. Go after Phoenix. I would have preferred Phoenix. All right. Here we go. Perfect. All right. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Let's go. Nice. I was hoping that Omega Phoenix was going to carry that. Very nice. All right, that's what is that? 6? I think that's 6 teams. No, 5. All right. Here we go. I've got one more team to throw together here. And we're going to do it for the fun of it. Because why not, right? They're brand new. Let's try them. And Punisher. Okay. You know what? We're going to do that. Let's try this. Because I'm actually going to try one other team with Apocalypse and see if we can grab another one real quick. All right, let's go. Let's try this one. Through the new team, I think they get a shot. Let's see if Vigilante can at least keep it going long enough for Odin to get his battlefield effect up. Let's see how it goes. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and jump over on this side. Hill block, clear barrier. No, it does not attack all enemies. I don't know that I want to do that yet. Attack primary and adjacent. Okay, that's what we're going. We're going to go with the special right now. I do not want to push Apocalypse just yet. I want to get Odin going first. There we go. Ah! My RNG is crazy. Dude, this is 2 matches I'm going to lose because of Apocalypse going after the wrong person. He just hates Shadow King and Odin. That's what it all boils down to. Well, obviously, I think we all know that we're not going to win this one. Let's see how far it goes. I'll tell you what, without Hitmonkey, this team is slow as molasses. They're slower than Astral without the beefiness. All right. I wanted to give it a shot. I guess it doesn't really matter what team you put Odin with. If Apocalypse takes him out first thing, you're not going to win. So, with that being said, RNG got us twice tonight. Let's try one more team and see if we can get lucky here. All right, let's throw Apocalypse in here. I feel like this is an extreme long shot, but we've got Apocalypse, so by gosh, we're going to use him. All right. All right, here we go. Now, my hope is that we save the Apocalypse punch until we get rid of the taunty boys. And then we can use it to take out Apocalypse or Mephisto. You know, of course, assuming that he doesn't go after Apocalypse. All right. Well, that didn't work either. And I didn't stop fast enough. So, with that being said, we got kicked back down to floor 56, which, no big deal. We got plenty of teams. I'll get myself back up to floor 60 tonight, I'm sure. However, I'm not going to set you through that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. And hopefully something you saw will help you. Please leave me a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, share it with your friends. Subscribe, hit the like button. And until next time, guys, have an awesome evening. Stay positive and enjoy the game.